Do you want me to lead this off since this is my?
I was just gonna ask you to
Okay.
lead this one.
Yeah. So
I know nothing about the Green Knight, so yes.
I didn't either. I didn't even know this was a. Oh, I know what the Green Knight is, about and all that. But I didn't know this was a movie. Our friend Luke from Hot Off the Press, who was on the show a couple months back, shared this on Twitter and blew my mind that this was even a movie, and I can't wait now. But A24 released their first trailer for the Green Knight on oh May 11th, which was Tuesday, maybe.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So I watched this trailer. I don't know if you got a chance to watch this trailer, but I am very excited for this now. This is
No, I need to watch it.
yeah, this is led by Dev Patel, who plays Sir Gawain, and directed by David Lowery, who I know from the Pete's Dragon reboot Disney did a few years back. Also stars Ralph Ineson from as the Green Knight. You might know Ralph. He was in Guardians of the Galaxy. He's also been in Harry Potter. And what else? There was something else that I was thinking of that he was in. Ready Player One was the other thing that he was in. He played.
Okay.
He was in that. He was also actually Star Wars. He was in a cut scene of Last Jedi. As Colonel Ansiv Garmuth.
That's a fun fact.
Yeah, but there you go. So yeah, this is if you don't know anything about Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, this is it's a medieval poem basically, and it's part of the Arthurian legend. Sir Gawain is actually King Arthur's nephew. I want to say, I believe. So this is going to be a fantasy epic, and let's see here. Cut this out. Yeah, so this is a fantasy epic. It's actually scheduled. It was supposed to be out last year. This is one of those 2020 casualties, but it's actually going to be hitting theaters now, July 30th. So get a chance to check out that trailer. I'm actually very excited. That shot up the list of my anticipated movies for this year. And had I known about that a few weeks ago, I would have included this movie on my list on that show that we did.
Yeah, that was our most anticipated movies of 2021. Check that one out if you didn't get to yet.
Yes, and add the Green Knight for me if you don't mind when you listen.
And I will be checking out this trailer to see what I think, too.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Very excited.
Yeah. And moving along, we have the Friends reunion is set to premiere on Thursday, May 27th on HBO Max. And that will actually be the 1-year anniversary of the streamer's launch, the launch of HBO Max. And we got a little bit of a teaser here. Just a glimpse of the 6 stars of the show as they walk through what looks like Warner Brothers studio lot in Burbank, California. I, for one, am very excited about this. The finale, the series finale, was actually back in 2004, which is the same year we graduated high school, Adam.
Yep.
Fun fact there for everybody out there listening too.
Yeah.
And I remember
almost 20 years ago.
Yes, which is making me feel old.
I know.
Crazy. But I remember when I was back in this show came out in 94, and I remember being in like 4th grade and watching this show in my bedroom, and when my mom would come into the room, I'd turn the channel real quick because I knew it wasn't really a show that I should be watching as a 4th grader. But I love this show even when I was a kid. I grew up watching it, and finished it off when I graduated high school. So I'm really excited for this reunion. I will definitely be checking this out.
Nice.
Next up, we have some news about the Jungle Cruise. This was, I think, on that list of anticipated films.
Yeah.
And it's coming to Disney Plus with premiere access and in theaters on Friday, July 30th. And in an Instagram post, Dwayne The Rock Johnson shared a new teaser at the end, which you can check out. And it features Emily Blunt's character quite a bit, and it really has this epic action adventure feel. And I know you mentioned when we talked about this movie before, you were hoping it could do what Pirates of the Caribbean kind of did for that ride at the park, and this being that's in that same vein, and it really, the trailer looks like it could do that, and it felt a lot like a Pirates type
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah, it does look quite fun, and I'm not sure that I'll do the premiere access for it. I think I'll probably just see it in the theater. But yeah, that makes Disney's fourth premiere access title this year.
Yeah, and speaking of the theater, I think we need to get back to the theater again soon, because I have 6 free movie tickets on my movie club membership at Cinemark. They need to be used.
Nice.
So, yeah. Next up, we actually have some video game news, because every once in a while we do talk about video games as well on the show. And I was a huge fan of Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch, which we just finished up recently.
We're gonna have to do a video game show here sometime soon.
Yeah, for sure. And the makers of Super Mario Odyssey, the creative team behind that game, they are looking at reportedly bringing the Donkey Kong series back, for a new 2D platformer. Um, and yeah, I mean, the last Donkey Kong game was the Wii U's 2014
Tropical
Donkey
Freeze.
Kong Country Tropical Freeze,
which also is on Switch.
I,
Got a re-release on Switch, yeah.
Yeah, so I know Brittany's a big fan of Donkey Kong. I mean, I never really was, but I would like to
Oh,
play
really? I
this
love
game.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah. I just never got into it. I was just always playing Mario all the stinking time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I love Donkey. Even the Super Nintendo Donkey Kong Country titles, I love those games. Those are really good 2D platformers.
Yeah. So I'm excited about it for sure.
Yeah, and they're talking like this could be another 2D platformer, not really in the Donkey Kong Country vein, but yeah, it's interesting. We'll see.
Yeah, what does 2D platformer mean
Mario.
exactly, Adam? Okay.
Think Mario. It's 2D flat screen. No,
Like you just move sideways, basically, like left or right.
Yeah,
Okay.
more or less. And then the platformer just basically means you're making jumps to platforms, more or less.
Okay. Yeah, thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah.
And we have a little bit of Star Wars news this week too. Star Wars Celebration, in a move that probably no one thought would happen. The Celebration Anaheim dates have actually been moved up. I thought, if anything, they at least months ago, I thought it would have been delayed more, but it's been moved up to May 26th through the 29th in 2022, next year. According to the Star Wars site, and it's going to be, I don't know if I think I mentioned, it's going to be in Anaheim, and existing ticket holders can keep their current tickets, and no further actions required on their part. And if a ticket holder wishes to request a refund, they can do that by visiting StarWarsCelebration.com. So I'm excited for Star Wars Celebration to come back. I mean, I know in last week's show, in our favorite things about Star Wars Celebration was on my top 5 list. So I'm excited for another Star Wars Celebration, which is going to be about a year from now.
Yeah, pretty much, almost exactly. And I mean, I gotta be honest. If I had doubts that I was going to be able to swing a trip by August of 2022, having 3 less months to do that isn't going to help.
Yeah.
So that probably cements me not going to Celebration in Anaheim, which is fine. But I'll tell you, the first thought on my brain when I saw that is thinking, why would you want to move that up? It's not May 4th.
Yeah.
However, it is later in May, and Star Wars movies usually came out later in May. Oh, by the way, if you subtract 45 from 2022, you get 1977.
Oh.
And so Celebration Anaheim next year will take place right over the actual anniversary, the 45th anniversary of A New Hope.
Well, there you go.
So I imagine they'll have something in store for that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, so excited to see that. And last up in our news for this week, we have a show that I watch with Brittany. This Is Us. I don't watch a whole lot of dramas, especially not dramas that are on like channels like NBC, CBS. I just don't watch a whole lot of that. I watch a lot of streaming stuff now. But This Is Us is one of those shows that I've stuck around for. I feel like it makes me cry like every single episode, and I still keep watching it. I don't know why. Um, but it is actually going to end next year with their sixth season. And I have mixed feelings about this because, on one hand, I always think it's a great idea when a show has a specified time that they're going to begin and end. Like, Breaking Bad was like 5/6 seasons, and it just felt right in that amount of time. Um, Game of Thrones decided to end before it got too out of hand and everything. Um, so I think this makes sense, but I'm also going to really miss this show because it does hit you in the feels quite a bit. I feel like I connect with these characters so much, especially being a dad and everything now. Um, and it's just one of those shows that I really love. So I'll be sad to see it go.
Yeah, not really a show I ever got into. My wife watches it, and I've watched episodes
Hmm.
of it, and what I've seen is pretty good, but it's not a show that I have really latched on to. So, but yeah, it's a nice thing about having streaming services now is I'm sure that I know it's on one of them, Netflix maybe, so you can always go back and revisit that way, which is nice.
Yeah, it's on something. Maybe it's even on Peacock at this point. I don't know. And
You know
Hulu.
what?
I
That would make
I know it
sense.
is on Hulu. It is on Hulu actually because we watch it on Hulu. So it's on
Okay.
Hulu right now. But I could see it going to Peacock eventually, probably. Um,
Yeah, I can see that too.
but yeah, so that wraps it up for the news this week. And now, like I said earlier, we're going to solve all the plot holes of all the movies.